In 20th sloka, Bhagavan says, such people having given up attachment to fruits of action, they are satisfied always and do not depend on external things. Despite they do all the activities, they do not do any activity at all. So here he says, the people who have given the attachment to the results of their karma, they remain satisfied always and not dependent on external things. They do activities. Still, they do not. They do not do activities at all. That is inaction in action. This is what explained in this sloka by Lord Krishna. So the state of mind decides action and inaction. Their minds are absorbed in God. So they do activities, but they do not get themselves attached to activities, and they do not feel that they are the doers. And how come they are not attached to that karma? Because they are offering the karma to God, and they do not expect anything from that. Without expecting results, they do the duties. So it depends on the state of mind. Actions cannot be classified by external appearances. They take refuge in God. So all their actions are a karma, inaction. A small story for that. Once gopis were with Krishna in Vrindavan, and they were on fasting, and they wanted to break the fast, so they made a heavy feast and they offered to Sri Krishna. And Krishna said, you go to sage Durvasa, who lives on the other side of the Yamuna river, you offer to him. Then they said, they all said yes, and they went to the ferrymen, and none of the ferrymen, that boatmen, were not ready to take them because the river was flooding. And they came back to Krishna and reported to Krishna about it. Then Krishna said, you tell Yamuna, Krishna is Akhand Brahmachari. Then they all laughed. How can you be Akhand? You are always surrounded by women. Then Krishna said, no, you just say this to Yamuna, she will know. And they went and they said this, and immediately river Yamuna gave way, and the water was not there. That is, they gave a path full of flowers. So they walked on that and they went to ashram of sage Durvasa. Then they told Durvasa that they have come to offer food. The sage took very small portion of the food they brought. And the gopis were disappointed. And having found that their disappointment, the Durvasa, with his mystic power, he ate everything. And the gopis asked him, we have to go back, but the river is full of water. When we came to your place, Krishna asked us to say this, and we said, he is Akhand Brahmachari. Then the river gave way. Now, how can we go back? Then the Rishi said, you tell Yamuna that sage Durvasa ate only dhub. Dhub is a grass. So he ate only dhub grass. Then they all said, how come you ate all the things? Then they all laughed. Rishi said, no, you just say this. Rishi, Durvasa ate only dhub grass. They went back and told the Yamuna, and Yamuna gave way for them, and they came back to their places, and they met Krishna and told Krishna. And they asked, you said you are Akhand Brahmachari, And Durvasa ate everything, and he asked her to say he ate only the grass. Why? This is I wanted to know the explanation. Then Krishna explained, God and saints appear to engage in mental activities externally, but they are always transcendentally situate. They are non-duous. So this is what inaction in action. So here Durvasa he gave that picture that he ate everything, but internally he ate only the grass, and when he ate, it filled the stomach of Lord Krishna here. And when Krishna explained Akhand Brahmachari, so though I was surrounded by women externally. So our actions, inaction in action. So everything is offered in the name of God. So it was not taken as the action which has got karmic reactions. So God and saints, they do not get themselves engaged in material activities externally. The gopis understood the meaning of it, and they all went back. So this tells us how inaction in action. So through this sloka we know, we learn how to do karma without any expectation, without the feeling of doership, and once we know the Atma Jnanam, the Jnanam of the consciousness or the knowledge of Atma, then we are in the spiritual path. That's why we are able to understand, because the external fact, that is what is, such people do not depend on external things. So we depend only on our Atma. So what Atma says, we do. Atma gives out light. Atma is self-illuminated. Atma gives out a knowledge. So we go, our intellect listens to her. So we go by that. So the spiritual path makes us do this. In action, in action.